Hello everybody, my name is Hervé. In this demo, we will use port forwarding to give access to a device on the LAN of a DrayTek 2135 from the internet using TCP port 443, generally used for HTTPS. And then using country codes, we will give access to clients from a specified country. This will work for any DrayOS 4 routers. This is a simplified schematic of the demo. The objective is to enable users in Australia to access the 2865 device through the primary router, 2135, via port 443. The setup relies on the assumption that the country codes in the DrayTek router are current, typically updated during firmware upgrades, and that any newly issued WAN IP addresses are already mapped to a country. In practice, this is unlikely as thousands of new IPs are allocated daily. It's also important to note that if the intention of this configuration were to prevent hacking, it would not be effective. Hackers can easily bypass such restrictions by using VPNs to mask their location. This demo is therefore provided solely to demonstrate how country codes can be applied within a firewall filter. Step 1. Here we have a Vigor 2135. We note that the WAN is up and running and has an IP address of 106.69.20056. We have a LAN subnet of 192.168.255.1/24. We also have a notebook on IP 192.168.255.10 for our test. And finally, we have a Vigor 2865 with IP 192.168.255.153. Step 2. We start by changing the management port of the 2135 from 443 to 20443, hence freeing the 443 port. We can test this by typing HTTPS 1 IP plus port 20443, and here we get access to the router web UI. Step 3. We will now create a port redirection for the 2865 using port 443, which we will know has an IP address, say 192.168.255.153. So from now on, any HTTPS request addressed to this port, say by typing HTTPS 1 IP plus port 443, will be redirected to the Vigor 2865. We could omit typing 443, but it is shown here for clarity. Step 4. Now we will create a service object for HTTPS. Go to Object Settings, Service Type Object. Select a blank index, label it as HTTPS, select TCP protocol, and set source port as 1265535 and destination port as 443. We will next create a firewall filter to block all traffic from WAN to LAN from reaching the router. Step 5. To do this, we go to Firewall, Filter Setup. Click on Set 1. Then add a rule number 2. Here we label it as Block All. Set the direction from WAN to LAN. Set destination to 192.168.255.153. Service type is HTTPS. Then select the action as block if no further match. We can test this filter by typing HTTPS 1 IP plus port 443. We can see that now there is no connection to the Vigor 2865. After that, we will create a country code object. Step 6. Go to Object Setting, Country Object. Open Index 1. Label it as Trust AU and search and add Australia. Click OK to save it. We will now go to add a filter to allow clients from Australia to have access to the 2865. Step 7. Let's go to Firewall Filter Setup. Open Set 1. Then add a rule 3. We give it a label Allow. Then set direction from WAN to LAN. Select source country as the country object Trust AU, which we created before. Set destination as 192.168.255.153. And finally set the filter as Pass immediately and click OK to save. Now type HTTPS 1 IP again to test on our browser here in Australia. And as expected, the Vigor 2865 appears. We check our WAN IP, and as shown, it is Australia. Step 8. Now we use Proton VPN to use another country IP. For example, Singapore, which is confirmed by the website, "What is my IP?" And we try the browser again. The connection is now blocked by the firewall. Only Australia will be allowed in as per our filter rule. So in this demo, we have shown how to allow users of a country to have access to a device on the LAN using a certain port number and a country code, and at the same time prevented all other countries around the world to gain access to that same device. Thank you for watching. Please like or leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. For more information about DrayTek products, please check out our website at www.draytek.com.au or send us an email to sales@draytek.com.au or give us a call on 0298 38 8899.